Hey, what's up guys, JQ Tech Creation. So I wanted to switch things up a little bit and step away from the usual standing in front of the camera and decided to just sit down and kick back. It helps me be a lot more relaxed when I'm speaking to you guys. So I think I'm gonna stick to this format from now on. Anyway, so as promised, I've been using the Ice Platinum LG G6 for a couple weeks and I want to show you guys how I have this bad boy configured. This is actually one of the sexiest setups that I've done and I'm actually kind of proud of myself, you know? I wasn't really feeling LG's bland UI, so I had to switch it up ASAP. So similar to Samsung's theme store, LG has a theme store of their very own, and the first thing I did was I went ahead and applied this dark blue and teal accented theme. It's actually called TripAdvisor B. I'm not sure why they named it that. So it basically changes the color of your toggles and menus and it gives you sort of this neon look going on. I think it looks quite cool. It's a nice little color overhaul. Next up, I went ahead and smacked on Nova Launcher and I made some small adjustments. I tweaked the Google search bar as well as the dock platform and kept everything in the same color family. This way it pairs nicely together. I also slowed down the app drawer animation so I can enjoy those smooth transitions when navigating throughout. Now for those more experienced viewers watching, you might have already noticed that I'm using the Moonrise icon pack, and man, did I not realize how much eye candy is in this icon pack. It complements my blue theme lovely, and you get a bunch of different icon variations for all sorts of apps and services, so you can assign whichever icon to whichever app shortcut you like thanks to Nova Launcher. On the dock, I keep some of the regular apps that you normally find. So I use Newton as my preferred email client. It was formerly CloudMagic, and this is a supercharged email solution that I highly recommend you guys give it a shot. A color-coded, unified inbox experience, support for virtually every email account, and these cool supercharged features like the ability to schedule an email, read receipts so you can see if people are ignoring your emails, support for HTML signatures, and the ability to undo a sent email within about 10 seconds or so. I do recommend you guys take a crack at their free trial. Spotify Premium is probably the best music streaming service available. It's really the only way to go for music in my opinion. Send Anywhere is still my favorite file transfer app for all platforms. And then we have all of my social apps. These are all the stock apps, by the way. There's no third-party ones. I'm completely fine with those. And then of course, what's life without Amazon and Netflix? Those are just a few must-haves. Oh, and by the way, Google Docs works fantastic for scripting videos, and I'll cover that in more detail on how I use it in another video. So since we're in that area of the screen, I have to mention the Navbar app that I highly recommend you download if you're trying to add some flavor to your smartphone. This basically allows for light customization to your navigation bar on the bottom. You can give it a static color, or you can have it match the color of the app that you're currently in, which is what I recommend you do. It looks great with apps like Spotify, YouTube, or let's say Twitter. You could even choose the entire navigation bar to represent your current battery life if you choose to do so, which I think is pretty hot. But the main selling point for me, and probably the best feature, is to have the nav bar act as a mini music widget. So when media is playing in the background, let's say you're watching videos or listening to music, you get this cool real-time visualization displayed based on what you're listening to. Cannot tell me that doesn't look sick. I mean, look at that. It's crazy how something so subtle can just spice up your user experience that much more. So since the LG G6 has Google Assistant, I linked my Philips Hue lighting into its home control settings. So this way I can feed it commands like turn on desktop, okay Google, turn desktop orange. So if, for example, Alexa can't hear me, I can always just ask Google. Problem solved. So I switched back to using SwiftKey from Gboard for many reasons. So SwiftKey is packed with tons of different themes, and I've enabled the Ninja Trainer theme. It basically challenges your typing skills with no keys, only dots. It's almost like blind typing in a way. The Ninja Pro theme takes it a bit further with just like a blank canvas. Now I wasn't that bold, so I just stuck to the Ninja Trainer theme because I need some kind of indication when typing. Either way though, they both look pretty cool and it's actually not that hard to type. Your muscle memory really gets put to work and it's just like typing on a regular keyboard, and I encourage you guys to give it a shot. So that's one thing that I like about SwiftKey, but the second thing I like about SwiftKey is emoji predictions. So emoji predictions is another huge reason why I came back to SwiftKey from Gboard. Basically, you can type in a word, get the appropriate emoji. There's no need to search or scroll to find the right emoji. It's a killer time-saving feature, and also the ability to extend words by swiping. I think that's a well thought out feature. So it could, for example, it could be the word diction, and then you can go back and swipe "ary," which is not a word in itself, for dictionary. and it'll complete the word. Now this feature is a lot more useful than it sounds because by combining regular typing and swiping, you're increasing your speed and efficiency in your typing workflow. And it's come in handy for me on many different occasions, which is why I'm even bringing it up in the first place. And lastly, I forgot to mention the name of the wallpaper I'm using is called Pearl Swirl, and I actually picked it up from the Backdrops app. They have a great selection of wallpapers, including the wall of the day. They have a ton of different categories from material to minimal, abstract being one of my favorite categories, and they're very easy to set. It's free to use, but to save walls from the explore section, it requires the upgrade to the pro version for $199. The choice is completely up to you. Nonetheless, I love this app and I managed to find some pretty sick looking wallpapers. So yeah, I mean, that's about it. There's not too much going on here. And I'm going to go ahead and drop some more details down below in the description for your convenience. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to show some love to that like button as it helps out the channel a lot. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and make sure you hit that little bell icon. This way you guys are alerted every time I upload some awesome tech videos. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.